Hello, I'm America. We have two guests with us today. Scott, who is a newly convert to Islam.
Salam.
And John, a devout Christian.
Hello.
I will first ask Scott about his newly found religion, Islam. What is Islam? Is the religion that promotes terrorism, violence as the media portrays it to be?
The name of this religion is Islam, the root of which, Islam or Salam, means peace. A Muslim is, therefore, any person, anywhere in the world, whose obedience, allegiance and loyalty are to God, Lord of the universe, and who strives to live in accordance with God's laws.
We keep hearing the word, Allah. What is Allah? Is it a moon god living in a black box in Saudi Arabia?
The word Allah comes from the Arabic word Allah, a god or something worshipped. In Arabic, God has been translated as Allah. Evidence for this is quite simple. Visit any motel or hotel and remove the Bible located in the drawer next to the bed, placed, courtesy of the Gideon Society. Note inside the first few pages a reference to the translations of the Bible they have made into 27 languages. The second example they give is to the Arabic language of the passage in the New Testament from the Gospel of John 3:16. The verse begins in English, "For God so loved the world." And in the Arabic translation the word used for God is Allah. The Arabic Bible beginning with the book of Genesis uses the word Allah to represent the God of creation. Page 1 of Genesis has the word Allah 17 times.
John, did you know that the word Allah is the translation of the word God in Christianity?
No, I did not.
Scott, tell me what intrigued you to look at Islam?
I used to be a man of science. I did not believe in God. Big Bang was my way of explaining our existence. Then I ran into this verse of the Quran. Let me share a video based on the last and final testament of God, the Quran. Let's just move out of the way so the audience can watch this.
And the heaven we constructed with strength, and indeed we are its expander.
وَالْأَرْضَ فَرَشْنَاهَا فَنِعْمَ الْمَاهِدُونَ.
And the earth we have spread out, and excellent is the preparer.
To my surprise, this verse seems to be alluding to the Big Bang related to the expanding universe. Let's look at it again.
And the heaven we constructed with strength, and indeed we are its expander.
وَالْأَرْضَ فَرَشْنَاهَا فَنِعْمَ الْمَاهِدُونَ.
And the earth we have spread out, and excellent is the preparer.
Very interesting. Let's say this was a fluke, a coincidence.
Precisely, that is what I thought too. Then I ran into these verses of the last and final testament of God, the Quran.
وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ أَفَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ.
Have those who disbelieved not considered that the heavens and the earth were a joined entity, and we separated them and made from water every living thing? Then will they not believe?
Did it say heavens and earth were one entity and we separated them? That sounds exactly like Big Bang.
Yes. Indeed, it is fascinating to see that our Creator revealed such verses that seem to allude to the theory of Big Bang. Let's look at it again.
والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حي أفلا يؤمنون.
Have those who disbelieved not considered that the heavens and the earth were a joined entity, and we separated them and made from water every living thing? Then will they not believe?
When was the Quran revealed?
More than 1400 years ago, when there was no telescope, no Hubble telescope or satellites. Let me show you one more video containing verses of the Quran.
وجعلنا السماء سقفا محفوظا وهم عن آياتها معرضون.
And we made the sky a protected ceiling, but they from its signs are turning away.
وهو الذي خلق الليل والنهار والشمس والقمر كل في فلك يسبحون.
And it is He who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon. All heavenly bodies in an orbit are swimming.
Amazing. It is talking about our protective atmosphere, protecting us from radiation and space debris. Not the kind of knowledge man had at that time. Does it also talk about sun orbiting? We only came to know this in last 100 years.
Yes, the atmosphere is like a protective canopy protecting us from harmful radiation and space debris like meteor. Also, the sun orbits around Milky Way as we know now. However, this fact was revealed over 1400 years ago by our Creator in the last and final testament, the Quran. Let's look at that video again.
وجعلنا السماء سقفا محفوظا وهم عن آياتها معرضون.
And we made the sky a protected ceiling, but they from its signs are turning away.
وهو الذي خلق الليل والنهار والشمس والقمر كل في فلك يسبحون.
And it is He who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon. All heavenly bodies in an orbit are swimming.
Being a man of science, I was interested in Islam after running into such verses of the Quran.
Understood. However, how do you account for Islam being oppressive to women by prescribing veils or hijabs?
I can answer that. I had the same question for Scott. LTS, look at what happened that day.
Another day. Another dollar. You said it, brother. Hey, how is your Islam thing coming along? Great. I am learning so much every day. So, tell me about these scarves that the Muslim women are wearing. Is that really necessary? Avoiding being annoyed is the reason that our Creator prescribed the scarves, also known as hijab. Are they not the symbol of oppression and subjugation? On the contrary, it is by choice they wear it. Hijab is not unique to Islam. The Bible also prescribes hijab. Corinthians 11. King James Version. 5, 6. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoureth her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaven. For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn, but if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. Also, Corinthians 11 New Revised Standard. 5, 6. But any woman who prays or prophesies with her head unveiled disgraces her head. It is one and the same thing as having her head shaved. For if a woman will not veil herself, then she should cut off her hair. But if it is disgraceful for a woman to have her hair cut off or to be shaved, she should wear a veil. Wow. I did not know that. Remember, Quran is the last and final testament of our Creator.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
قل هو الله أحد
Say, He is Allah, who is one.
الله الصمد
Allah, the eternal refuge.
لم يلد ولم يولد
He neither begets nor is born.
ولم يكن له كفوا
How about kissing the
أحد.
ground 5 times
Nor
a
is there
day?
to him
Is
any
it not a
equivalent.
primitive practice?
As a Christian, I asked him that as well. Here is what happened.
Pretty early today, eh? Hey. Yeah, I got to finish up before the holidays. Are you done with all your Christmas shopping? I am celebrating a different holiday. What, have become an atheist or something? No, I have been looking into Islam for a while and kind of like what I hear and read. So I have kind of practicing Islam. What? You mean you have become one of those bad guys? Well, that's what I used to think too. But when I started to read the Quran, I realized how wrong I was about Islam. Are they not the people who kiss the ground 5 times a day? Actually, they prostrate to the ground in the worship of our Creator. Did you know Jesus used to pray in a similar way? In fact, the Bible says in Matthew 26:39, "And he went a little farther, and fell on his face, and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt." Muslims also prostrate to the ground during their prayers. What is Quran? It is the last testament of God. That is, if Torah was the Old Testament, Bible is the New Testament, and Quran is the last testament of our Creator. Interesting.
There you go. Story of one man's reasoning behind embracing Islam. That's all the time we have for today. Peace. Shalom. Salam.